Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of Football Manager 2014 with Everton here on Football Manager HD. And in the last episode we did look at the Manchester United match where we drew 1-1, and since then and now we've played a fair few games because that was at the start of February. We're now at the end of March where we will take on Liverpool as promised in the Merseyside Derby. So anyway, let's head into the fixtures right now. So last game there it was 1-1 at home to Man United, and then drew 1-1 away at Stoke. Romelu Lukaku on the score sheet. It was a disappointing enough result though. I think we took the lead and really should have pressed on to win the game but couldn't. We then beat Fulham though 4-1. Romelu Lukaku with 1 and a Steven Pienaar hat-trick. This was a really odd game. Steven Pienaar, it was like 2-0 to us after 2 minutes, with Steven Pienaar having scored both. So he scored from the kickoff, and then from their kickoff he tackled it and then ran the pitch again and won and scored again. But anyway, 4-1, convincing victory there. Then lost 2-0 in the FA Cup 5th round to Manchester City. Expected. Ross Barkley did pick up an injury. Oh, and I think it was in this game. No, it must have been in this game. No, sorry, it was midweek between the Man U and Stoke game. Leighton Baines got injured for 5 weeks. We really did miss him, especially in this patch here. So we lost to Man City 2-0, then lost to Aston Villa 2-0, giving them the double over us in the league this year. And Ross Barkley did pick up an injury, which he was out for I think 3 months at the time, and it's now 6 weeks to 2 months. And lost to Cardiff 3-2. Sylvain Distin and Jared Delafou on the score sheet, but another very poor performance, and defensively we looked all over the place. Drew at Southampton 0-0. Disappointing really. Strikers again struggling. But then we did manage to beat Norwich 3-2. Leighton Baines on his return scored from the penalty spot. Johnny Heidegger and Romelu Lukaku scored I think in the 90th minute to give us the win, after Ricky Van Wolfswinkel scored a double for them. But it was a much needed victory. And then when's it going to click in? This was one of the weirdest games ever. Took the lead through Sylvain Distin after 10 minutes, and Brian Oviedo scored after 15. Distin scored his second after 17. Then Lukaku made it 4-0. Distin then scored his hat-trick. All headers from corners. Lukaku scored, then Colaccini made it 4-1. Or 5-1 even. Then they made it 5-2. Then it became 6-2. And then 6-3. Very odd, especially for us. Now looking at the Premier League table, that does leave us now in 7th place, and we do actually have a game in, this is our game in hand over City, so we need to pick up a win. A draw would leave us level, but them leading on goal difference. 6th is pretty much the top we can get, as it's 12 points off 5th, and we are only 7 games from the end of the first season here. Of course there are a lot of teams there, but we were only 11th or 12th 2 games ago. Well, we've kind of spurred up just because of those results. And maybe those results have because of we've gone to a slightly more modified tactic of the 4-4-1-1. If you remember at the start of the year I did say that I might be using this if this one doesn't really go to plan, and it was very inconsistent. And I felt we were getting caught out a fair bit, so I've reverted to a 4-4-1-1 and it's worked a treat so far. 2 wins from 2. No instructions on. Standard balance. Just keep it simple. And let's get into today's game, where Howard will start. Baines, Distin, Jagielka and Walker. Oviedo has been given a go at the left wing and he's doing okay. It's also because no one really can play left mid for us. Honda, Barry and Delafou. Pienaar as the advanced playmaker with Lukaku up front. So if we get into the game now, Liverpool have really struggled in the league. They are sitting 15. Their team is Brad Jones, Enrique, Skirtle, Agger, Johnson, Huijman, Henderson, Matuidi, Moses, Coutinho and Suarez. I do have likes of Diami and Sturridge on the bench though, so I should pick off from the left off last time. So that does seem to have had a very kind of positive reaction on the boys, and we'll just tell the boys I have faith as well in their abilities. And we'll move into today's game. So quite enough first 10 minutes here in the Merseyside derby. And Leighton Baines giving some Liverpool guy an injury. Half an hour in now, still nothing to show you guys as of late. But if Baines finds Walker now. Walker back to Delafeu, loses it. Coutinho, oh god. Coutinho fires wide. Delafeu will have had his heart in his mouth there. He gave it away. I don't know what he was doing back there in a kind of defensive position. That's not really where he should be. And that has been disappointing. So I'm going to tell the boys that. Honda not playing great. Lukaku not playing great. We'll give them until the hour before we make any drastic changes. Start the second half now. Still nothing much to show you guys as we are now approaching the hour mark. And it is substitution time. And we'll bring on Kevin Morales for now Lukaku up front. Lamelo, he's gotten better, he really has, but he's still not really at that kind of consistent rate that I was hoping from him. Let's just fix this guy up there attacking. He's just not quite consistent enough yet. And every now and then he still pulls off an absolute stinker of a performance. There's Jones. Jagielka wins the Pina, Honda now, Oviedo down his left hand flank. Swings it in, Morales scores! Kevin Morales gives us the lead in the Merseyside derby in the 69th minute. And we're going to switch to counter now. Kevin Morales, I just brought him on as a substitute as well. It was a ball in by Brian Oviedo. And Morales with a kind of a flick on header has put it home. In otherwise an extremely uneventful match, where Kevin Morales could have given us all 3 points with that glancing header. It's Suarez, Henderson, Aspas, Suarez, Henderson. They're running out of time here. Skirtle, Enrique, Henderson, Suarez, and there it is. We have gotten the 3 points today in the Merseyside derby to complete a Merseyside double this year. Have to say, it wasn't exactly one for the thrilling. Match stats wise, it looks like it was actually a fairly entertaining game, because we didn't see any of that. We saw 2 highlights. Yeah, one was Coutinho's miss, and one was Morales scoring. Anyway, we'll take it no matter which way it comes. So we'll do that later. So that is the end of this episode, and the next episode will be the last game of the season away at Swansea. And the reason I do that, like most people then like do a season review, I'll see, because we could be in like a winner takes gets Premier to get the Europa League, because I think we will have to finish 6th. Newcastle won the Capital One, I believe. Did they? I think Newcastle won the other one, yeah, and then 9th. So we will have to finish 5th if we, or 6th if we want European football. Anyway, so in between that, we've a real tough run. Arsenal away, City away, which at the moment is looking like a really big tie for that Europa League spot. Home to Chelsea, away to West Brom, home to West Ham, and then Swansea. So, I'll see you guys back then, guys. Like and subscribe. Peace out.